Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. Ahead, a colorful reading program is hardly a drag. Plus, get your COVID vaccine as cases tick up across California. But first, with Hurricane Hilary bearing down on Southern California, people living in the San Gabriel riverbed were evacuated to safety and temporary shelters. Now they're starting over in permanent housing thanks to the Pathway Home program. Here's more.
Breaking news for the first time in history. Our region is under a tropical storm watch. All eyes are on Hurricane Hilary as a powerful Category 4 storm continues to gain strength off the coast of Mexico.
This may well be the beginning of a historic weather event.
We could get 1 to 2 years worth of rain in a matter of a day or two.
Hilary was the first tropical storm to hit California in nearly 85 years that posed a life-threatening emergency. People were being evacuated from the northern San Gabriel Valley riverbed, and there was nearly 100 people being evacuated.
I used to live right there south of the City of Hope, west of the 605. And at the end of the summer, we got a freak storm that came in. I guess it was Hurricane Hilary. And, thank God that they came and they got us, and you're gonna be put up. And LASA came and just got it. I was dying basically.
So the City of Baldwin Park is very excited about the transition and the coordination of Pathway Home in our community. We are at a local hotel where we finally have an opportunity to transition the residents here into alternative housing solutions to eventually get them into a home.
I came out here 6 years ago on vacation and to see some family, and they talked me into staying, and some circumstances just, changed, and I ended up in the riverbed. It was really hard, and it was just like a test of your endurance, I guess, basically, They came in and told us that the riverbed was gonna flood from side to side, and so we had to get out of there because we were gonna be swept away in the water.
Nonprofit providers.
What we're going to be doing here is making sure that the residents are connected to community resources. We'll also have them get connected to housing resources, making sure that we find a spot that's good for them. Once they have a spot, we have a team that will help them get connected to what's called time-limited subsidy, which is going to help them pay for their apartment.
My boyfriend, Mike Paxton, disappeared March 13th, earlier this year. He was trying to cross the river and he got swept away. We never found him, so we don't.
People shouldn't have to be in a situation where they're facing a life-threatening emergency where they could be washed away just living where they are. I'm even happier for the people that day. They are now on a pathway to permanent housing and services and don't have to go back to a place where they're facing an elevated threat.
A vaccine pop-up event in West Hollywood reminded local residents that flu and COVID cases are ticking up in LA County, and getting vaccinated is the best defense to keep you and your loved ones safe.
We are here today in Plummer Park in West Hollywood at one of our mobile vaccine events. We have the COVID-19 and flu vaccines for anyone in LA County who wants to come and get them.
Seriously. Let's get a Band-Aid on you. Go with him. You need to get your shot from this guy.
We had a special guest today. We had Supervisor Lindsay Horvath.
I got my COVID vaccine today thanks to the Department of Public Health. I even recruited the mayor of West Hollywood to join me.
The vaccine is available to anyone without cost. Doesn't matter if you have insurance or you don't have insurance.
Okay, bud, you ready for me?
Everybody over the age of 6 months is recommended to get the updated COVID vaccine and the annual flu vaccine. So it actually doesn't really matter how many shots you've had in the past. If you haven't had a vaccine since before September, you need to get this one. This one is the best match for the variants we have circulating in the county right now.
That was it? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's stay healthy together, LA County.
Robert Gaines went from a former homeless encampment known as the Dead End to a home of his own. Another successful story from the Pathway Home program. Take a look.
I'm Robert Gaines, United States Navy veteran.
Today we are moving in Robert. He was formerly a resident of the encampment that we call the Dead End. Robert had been at the Dead End for about 5 years, since about 2018. Then he was in Pathway Home, and now today he's moving into his new home at the Veterans Center.
I've got keys to a room here. All right. Honey, I'm home. I haven't had the opportunity a lot of vets have to be able to come back and reintegrate into society.
He's going to have access to kind of wraparound services. He's going to have a case manager here, and then whatever kind of help he needs, whether it's seeing a therapist or having occupational stuff or kind of whatever he needs is here on this campus, so he has a lot of resources for it.
If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have even thought about it. Coming out here and it's like, why are you going so far? And it's like, because it's nice. In the middle of the bed, I got like so much bed there, I literally get in the, I'm going back to school, and I'm somehow out of my sheer gratitude and the love of my friend Sophie, I'm gonna pay it forward. I'm gonna try to get involved with this movement. And my efforts are gonna be more like towards human services. Probably be able to see the sunset out this window, sun rising out that window. This is awesome.
This is kind of a nice little neat surprise that we get to move him in so that he can get what he, deserves for having served this country.
A royal guest made an appearance at the West Hollywood Library to encourage kids to read and spread a little sparkle. Cruella Brazil was the highlight at Drag Queen Story Hour, where reading is performance art and fun for the entire family. Take a look.
You're afraid and you want to do it, and then you just need a little bit of courage. Yeah, and that makes you brave.
Drag Story Hour has been happening at West Hollywood Library since 2017.
I was an English teacher in Brazil, so I dealt with a lot of kids before, and I loved doing it. But then drag came in such a different department of my life that I never intersected those two. The hair of the dragon goes up, 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 up. I felt like I was just back in one of my classrooms with my students. Can you show me a sad face?
What's your sad face?
Having so much fun with the kids.
As we know, kids' attention spans can be short. Having a fabulous speaker in a wonderful outfit can keep their attention.
It's important, I think, for all the children to understand, other is beautiful, and this is such an easy, fun way to do that.
I think people who are scared of it is because they haven't been here yet. It's just a dress-up party. That's all it is. We read books.
We pull a lot of books that talk about diversity, inclusion, acceptance, just fun books.
So much fun, and I'm just really glad that we have our public library doing things like this for free for kids.
You can find more information about Drag Story Hour in West Hollywood on the county library website.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.